Well, well, well. Doctors of Evergreen, doctors and nurses, congratulations. You will now be on my channel, being exposed and confronted in front of the whole fucking planet. What do you think about that? Doctors and nurses from Evergreen. You didn't think you were going to be on my channel and put on the entire planet, being exposed and confronted? No, no, no. You know what I have a problem with now because I didn't have this problem before? I'm having a problem with primary doctors and nurses lying to me now, giving me the runarounds, telling me that I can't just come in and get tested for sexually transmitted diseases. If it isn't that, you know, even if it's to just come in and get your monthly checkup, all right? They're giving me all kinds of problems, giving me runarounds and shit. Anywho, I finally went to the doctors, and these doctors, ever since that shit happened in CPAP a year ago today, I went there and explained exactly what happened because I got something in my mouth, my throat, and my stomach. And these motherfucking doctors, kind of shrugged it off like it wasn't no big deal, or they were just bored with what I was explaining to them. They didn't care. And when it came down to getting tested for sexually transmitted diseases, which is a big shocker to me because this is the first time this has ever happened, these doctors decide, oh, we're going to lie, and we're going to tell him that he ain't got nothing. So this is how it goes when you get tested, all right? Anytime you get tested, you do like the usual samples or whatever, swabbing, and the etc. whatever. And they'll call you if you got something as far as a sexually transmitted disease. If you ain't got nothing, they don't call you back. That means you're good to go. All right? Anybody that get tested already know what the procedure is and know how it goes down. All right? Well, this time was different, which is pretty shocking to me because you know what? I'm kind of pissed off now because these motherfucking doctors think I'm stupid. Like I'm not going to know when I have something or don't know symptoms of stuff. Well, you know what? I got tested and I waited a couple days later, got no phone call. Well, at the time that I went, I didn't even have a phone. So there was no way for them to call. They could only so I had even let them know that they were going to have to call Jesse instead. I had him call. He said he called. He claims he called 3 times and he said they never returned any of his calls or anything. And that's kind of frustrating because you want to make sure you're clean and you want to make sure you ain't got nothing, you know. But one thing I don't like is crooked, corrupt doctors that lie to their patients. They never called me back. They never called him back. It's really frustrating. So a week goes by, a month goes by, and still no return of phone calls and messages that we left. All right. Now, far as it goes for certain sexually transmitted diseases, one of them is if you got like spots on your uh got spots on your private area, which is an indication that you have something, some kind of a sexually transmitted disease, all right? If you don't believe me, you can look it up for yourself. It's all up to date. There's doctors that actually make their own channel and they tell you about the signs of different diseases, of sexually transmitted diseases, all right? A month has gone by and I can feel that I might have something because there is a spot on my dick and it's been there for an entire month. I have already went to the doctor. I've already got tested, and these doctors that work there literally lied. And what infuriates me the most that they're not being held accountable. Nobody's punishing these doctors for lying to their patients because now you're giving it, you're whatever I got, I'm giving it to everybody else, and now they're hitting me back talking about, you need to go get checked and shit. And I was like, well, and got people questioning me, did I get tested? And I said, yeah, I went to the doctors. They, the usual, oh, how they do it, whatever, they never called back. So I'm thinking everything's good. So instead of going by that, I chose to have, because I didn't have a phone. So it's kind of hard when you fucking get your shit stolen and you get robbed, and, there's nothing you can do about that. So I had Jesse call 3 times. Um, he called 3 times. Stop. Go. Don't interrupt my video. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. He called 3 times and left 3 different messages, and those people never returned my messages. And I got people hitting me up, you know, questioning me, telling me I need to get checked. And I said, well, I already got checked. They never called back, and so everything must have been good. So if these doctors do not get some kind of a punishment, or, you know, get fired, they need to be fired, because, for one, there should be a zero tolerance policy for doctors lying to their patients. Because one thing that I do not like is being lied to, especially when it comes to getting tested for sexually transmitted diseases. They fucked up. And now everybody's questioning and telling me, oh, you might have something, you might need to get. And I already got checked. I can't keep going backwards and forth and just having the same thing happen over and over. Because I went the first time and they were giving me a problem about getting tested, giving me a runarounds to different places, all because, oh, they're telling me, oh, you can't just come in and get tested. You need an appointment to get tested. And I said, you know what? I think that's kind of funny you guys are telling me that, because all the times that I've ever got tested, I've never needed an appointment just to come in and get tested. It's one thing to come in and get tested, but then it's another when you're just coming in to ask for a physical, a monthly physical, a monthly checkup. That's way different from just coming in and getting tested. That's two different, that's two separate things. Or I could just come in and do both. But they're telling me that, oh, you need an appointment to get tested. You can't just get tested. You can't just come in and get tested. It's not that simple. I said, well, last time I checked, everybody else is just coming in just for a simple test to make sure they're clean. They're not coming in to, get their monthly checkup. They're just coming in and getting tested, and y'all just y'all testing them just for that. Not no monthly checkup. I just find it so funny. You guys are giving me all these problems about getting tested, telling me some bunch of BS that I know don't make any sense. Because I've been doing this 100 times over. All right? I just come right in, get tested. No, this ain't my first time getting tested, bro. I've been tested a whole bunch. I come right in and not even need an appointment, and they just get me tested and send me on my way. They let me know, you know, if we don't call, you're good to go. If we call, that means you got to come back and we're going to take care of it. They didn't do any of that. They fucking lied. I explained what happened to me in CPAP and what all the problems that I was having in my body, as far as what's in my mouth and in my stomach, and these doctors literally shrugged it off like it was no big deal, like it didn't even matter. They didn't care. Nothing's being done about this. I'm not gonna keep going backwards and forth with doctors. Motherfuckers talking shit, oh, why don't you do something about it then? Yeah, well, I've been doing something about it, and they keep on brushing it off and making it seem like I'm capping and being fake and acting. I wouldn't be there